Welcome back. So, keeping my theme aside, we have so far we have seen two segments of our meeting: prepare speeches and the table arrangement. So now comes the most important segment, the evaluation segment. Because like in a Toastmaster meeting, you might enjoy, you might give speeches, you might do something else, but evaluation segment is one segment where you will learn a lot and you will improve a lot. So let me call upon our general evaluator for today's meeting.
So now I will call upon speech evaluators one by one so that they can give their evaluation on the speeches. First speech evaluator, I will call it Toastmaster Ganesh. Greetings again, all Toastmasters. Starting off with a very interesting what do you say? And it starts, you started off with a really good perspective of taking things into Shark Tank. I think you watch a lot of Shark Tank, probably, I presume so. And that was quite an interesting way you just went ahead with your speech, telling your parents are the investors, your tutor is your angel investor, and the efforts they've put in for you is the investment for your growth. And it has been portrayed really well. That is a really good way of portraying one's own perspective towards life, taking into consideration of a theme that you created for yourself for your speech. Really good, well structured, and again, like all the whenever a person say invest, I don't know much about Shark Tank, but say when a person invests into a stock, similarly maybe in a company, the growth aspect is usually compared using graphs. And you've beautifully portrayed all those ups and downs, saying uh, there's goods, there's bads. Sometimes you basically ran broke, but then you hit the road back again with the same enthusiastic, jolted back really well. And apart from all that, you've maintained your consistency in terms of keeping things in a balance. And that is a really good way of keeping things also in terms of a speech, which is a really good way of introducing yourself, gives a lot uh, of information about you, of course. And apart from that, there's a few points that I would like to add, which would be the corrections which I'd like to tell you. Uh, During your speech, you said character list, which would be a very wrong usage. Believe you me, it is a very sensitive, you can say, and intense or impactful word that is not supposed to be used. A better usage could have been something that goes with identity, yeah, which you were referring to, if I'm not wrong. And there were a few other corrections like you not being able to, I mean, you not being so comfortable with the audience and being a bit rigid on the stage, not using it completely. I would say you did use it very good, and your voice modulation is something that you can work on. Apart from that, your gestures, everything else was on point for your icebreaker, and you've broken the ice. Welcome to the club officially, and that's that. Over to Ganja. Overall, Toastmaster Ganesh gave a great speech evaluation. Some things I would like to tell so that he can improve his evaluation. In the starting, when he was informing the timer about the time, he said 5 to 7 minutes rather than 4 to 6 minutes as a time. That is fine. Speech objectives, you told the speech objective, which is correct. In the starting, you could have been a bit more louder when you were introducing the speaker. And the recent points you said, I think you should have been a bit more like soft towards all the criticisms you had to them.
And most of the things that you said, she will have to do in the next few speeches. Coming on to Arpita, great icebreaker, perfectly covered by whatever Vinay said. Yeah. And next speech, I will call upon next speech validator, which is Toastmaster Nicholas.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Nikhil, ready? Fine. Angel, yeah, please.
Yeah, please.
Angel upon us. I believe that was a speech title. Okay. Coming to whatever was good with your speech, your English was perfect. I didn't see a lot of grammatical errors or pause or everything, but yeah, if there were any, it will be taken care by the grammarian and the accountant. You gave us a story which was not known to many, and especially for people who associate with rum and all those spirits per se. It was very good. I could relate to it. Next time I do something of that sort, I consume or something of that sort, I'll feel it a bit more. Then just this is Bacardi. Right. Now I know the story. So thank you for that. Your speech, it was clearly written. It wasn't like it wasn't like you had bullet points and you came up on the stage and you were forming sentences. That wasn't there in your speech. You had each and every sentence written down perfectly. I believe you've got it reviewed by your mentor. So that's a good thing. That's a good way to get your speeches written and reviewed by the mentor before you come up on stage and give it. These are the things which were really good. One more thing which was very good in your speech was you had a purpose. So you had a story, and you had a purpose, and the story helped you convey the purpose. And you not only that, you had a call. You wanted to tell us about something, and you definitely did it in the best manner possible. You put it in a subtle way. You didn't elaborate much on it. You didn't emphasize much on it, but you did mention what you wanted to say, and that was delivered, I believe. Some things where we can work upon. I believe that when you were speaking, it was a bit too fast for me. I'm not very sure about how the audience felt, but from my point of view, I kind of felt that you were too fast. There were not a lot of pauses in your speech. And there's one more thing. Oftentimes, people mistake moving on the stage and covering the stage. There's a fine line between moving down the stage, moving on the stage, this is moving on the stage, and it's something called pacing down the stage. You just walk like this. All your actions were way too swift. So and now what happens when you're way too swift is that the audience, instead of listening to your speech, instead of focusing on your content, they start focusing on your body movements. So kind of pace it down a bit so that people focus more on your content and use this to give away the emotions. That is there. And I believe that it's not like you won't be audible from here. So instead of what I noticed was that you were standing it. Yes, I understand that there was not enough, there was not mic available today. So but then again, I believe that you can speak from here and will be audible to the last person, that is Toastmaster Shiva. So you have done that. And a challenge for you to make sure that you improve upon is that you have pauses in your speech. Make sure there are full stops, there are exclamation marks, and all of them, and walk slowly on the stage. Don't pace. That would be all. And congratulations on completing album P2. Back to the General Evaluator.
Overall, great evaluation by Nicholas. If I was speaker, I wish Nicholas evaluates me someday. I know he will want to someday. Yeah. He did everything that the speech evaluator is supposed to do. Give the time limit to the timer, gave objectives, and great evaluation. Only thing I would suggest is please stay within the time and just manage your time because I think you went a bit over. Coming to the speaker, Nikhil. Great speech. Nicholas covered exactly what I wanted to say. I would just say relax and speak a bit. Sometimes you were just, put, like going continuously. I mean, in some spaces, I think when there was like a low moment in the story, I think you could have slowed down to give the emphasis to when the deaths happen, you could have given emphasis to the parts if you had slowed down. Otherwise, great speech and great evaluation. I will next call upon the speech evaluator 3, which is Toastmaster Shiva.
Good morning once again. So, for the good morning, everyone. So, first of all, starting by congratulations on completing your N1 PT. So, basically, I'll divide the segment into three parts: the things that would have been improved on, things that were great, and a challenge. So, right off the bat, starting with the things that you need to improve on, and you could do a bit better in that was the thing was eye contact. I felt the eye contact was a bit missing. I felt you were wandering around, maybe looking for stage or maybe just trying to think of words, and due to that, there was a lack of eye contact. And while you use the stage brilliantly, and your hand gestures were great, but at some point, there felt like a bit of stiffness in your hand gesture. Like you were forcing your hand to move, and they weren't feeling natural. And it kind of went awkward while speaking. And the other thing was maybe you could reduce a bit on your hand gesture because a 5.5 minute speech doesn't require 5.5 minutes of hand gestures at the same time. Now coming to the things that were brilliant, the way you started the speech, quoting a song or quoting anything always grapples the attention of the audience, and you were able to do that using the start, using to quote a song at the start. Then, as I said prior, the usage of the stage was brilliant. You weren't confined to this one box. You used the whole stage almost from this stool to the end of that table. So that was a brilliant thing to do. The other thing was your usage of graph. I felt it was on point. There were some phrases which were very good, and I couldn't find a single bad usage of grammar throughout your speech. And the way you concluded your speech. While it felt a bit rushed, I would say it was still a very strong conclusion to your speech, as you were able to convey your message. The whole message that was your title. You were able to convey your title at the conclusion, and that is a tough thing to do. So it was on you to be able to do that. One more thing that maybe you could have improved upon was in the middle phase, the story that you were telling maybe got a bit repetitive, or if not repetitive, kind of predictable. And you wish that you don't have that predictability in your story because then the audience kind of doze off or don't connect to the story as much. But at the end, like overall, it was pretty great speech with maybe a few tweaks and it would become a perfect speech. And I ask you a challenge for next time. I like if your hand move gestures are a bit more organic or a bit more freely. Don't force your hand to move. Don't force. Don't have a hand gesture just for the sake of having it. But overall, a brilliant speech and congratulations to you for completing your SLPP. Back to the general driver.
Very in-depth evaluation by Toastmaster Shiva. Some things I would say about some evaluations that I'll tell about your evaluation is in the starting. I think you could have been more confident. You were a bit soft. That's okay. You said the time limits and objectives. You said, and when you were passing the control of the meeting over, you said you gave the control over to Toastmaster Sharanya, whereas you should have called Toastmaster Vinay first, and then he would have called Toastmaster Sharanya. And one more thing I would say about this current evaluation is that first you will say something's nice, and then the improvements, and then again nice, like over here. And then Toastmaster Sharanya, great speech overall. I would recommend to have more eye contact with the audience. And yeah, that's a great speech overall. Next, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Aditya for speech evaluation.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, and a warm good morning to my target speaker.
Good morning.
To my target speaker, Toastmaster Hans Tina. Coming to how Toastmaster Vinay keeps smiling and always stays positive. So coming to the positive aspects of your project. Firstly, yeah, vocabulary was one point. I could sense that through the table topics that you had given to the table topic speakers. And you set up a really warm environment right from the start. And you greeted the audience really well. I like that from you. And I wish that everyone follows the same. Second, thirdly, I would like to say that your audience interaction was on point. You asked Toastmaster Shivans not only to stand up but to come to the stage and answer your question, which was really nice and interactive. And yeah, you had a pretty good usage of stage while giving the topics, which I don't think I would do, or none of the table topic masters do. They just stand here, use phone, and just give the topic. So I feel that you really did that well. So no human is perfect. And coming to the word perfect, I get a very good quote that is perfect practice makes man perfect. And you don't have to justify why you chose the topic. Initially, you told Toastmaster Shivans why you had chosen the topic and why you didn't. So, instead of telling that, you could have just removed that and just told about what Shivans did. You could have just enumerated on what he spoke and not on what topic you had chosen. So, keep that in mind. And also, your target was to motivate the speaker, not only this speaker, but also the next speaker that comes on the stage. But what you did to Toastmaster Brahmanish, for example, was you told that you did not answer the question that you had asked, which I felt could have been improved. And I felt it was a bit negative because the next speaker, that is Toastmaster Niklesh, had to enumerate, had to pinpoint that yes, he has answered the question. He has not answered the question. So in fact, it manipulates the entire series of next speakers. So I would just say stick to short affirmative sentences as mentioned in the project, and not to talk about anything negative that the speakers do. So apart from that, you did everything quite really well. I like everything about your speech, everything about the stage usage, and everything about the vocabulary. A few challenges would be to again use positive affirmative sentences and just be a little more louder so that we could hear, but okay, we don't have the mic. And also use props. I didn't see any props this time, so I would like to encourage you to use props. Yeah. That would be all. Over to general.
Overall, a great in-depth evaluation by Toastmaster. Some things I like to point out or the speech objectives he fulfilled, timer limits he told. He just didn't pass on the control of the meeting to the TMOD, rather he passed it on to the TTM. And he came a bit late, which could have been a bit better. Overall, great evaluation. And on to Toastmaster Angelina's evaluation. I think it was a great TTM session, a bit harder for most of the people because in case if there were guests or newer people, they would not have been able to answer it because we had all experienced and good people that they were able to answer everything. Yeah, whatever. And I think you could have summarized the table topic twice. Once you said the table topic, if you had said it again, it would have helped understand it for the speaker. And once you were saying the table topic, it should have been a bit more louder. I'm sure it was audible for the speaker itself, but for everyone else, it was a bit soft. But otherwise, great table topic session. Next, I'll call upon my tag team. I'll first go reverse order. So first, I'll call the grammarian, Toastmaster Viraj.
So I'm back with my grammarian report. So I gave the word of the day, John, and only Angelina used that word. You know how long it took me to find that word? Huh? It took me more than 10 minutes. Okay, fine, it's fine. The idiom of the day was used by Angelina and Ganesh. So I would start with the improper grammatical usage. Uh, Sorry. So first is while the speaker speaking. It should be while sorry, it should be while the speaker is speaking.
Everyone gets confused, fine. And then and then our conversation go on. It should be and then our conversation went on. The third thing is, could you suggest me any idea? It should be, can you suggest me any idea? Use the not even name idea.
No problem.
Which is the thing was used by someone. It should be which are the things. Then the next thing is your son won't last for. It should be should be. It's fine. Everyone makes a mistake. He doesn't have much time. Then next I go and sit besides her. It should be I went and sat besides her. Then I can't understand my handwriting. On an empty stomach should be with an empty stomach. Things on my mind. Things in my mind. So I said that. And for the next time should be just next time. Then regardless, it was a creative attempt. It should you should complete the sentence and say regardless of that, it should be it was a creative attempt. Next, someone asked a question and then answered it. Like it should be a question is asked for which you answer. For which should be used to connect the to connect both sentences. So most of us grow up. Most of us grow up. Okay. Then in our home should be at our home. I feel it was a bit more. I feel it was a bit more. Should be I will let it be. I'm not able to understand my handwriting. Okay. Then quotes which people have used are do not believe anyone blindly, which I like, or which was said by Vinay, Toastmaster Vinay. An alliteration was used by Toastmaster Nikhil, a sunny Sunday. Sunny Sunday. That was great. Then push things under carpet, used by Ganesh. He said push things under carpet. It should be put things under carpet. But the quote was great. You are a good question. By Nikhilesh, Toastmaster Nikhilesh. I don't know if that is grammatically correct or not, but it's a good thing. It is not actually. Then pronunciation of phrase was done price or something like that. So it can be, the actual word is praise. And then the way Aryan used to express pace was but. That was a good way to express. So that's my evaluation. Sorry, my report. Back to Toastmaster Aryan. Complete report by Toastmaster Virat. I would recommend maybe improving handwriting or just writing everything a bit more structured so you can understand your things. And also, just give the word of the day and idiom of the day a lot before just 5 minutes of the meeting, because I think you gave it like 10 minutes before the meeting started. So people can actually put it in their speech. And also just repeat the word of the day and idiom of the day in the starting. That's it. Next, I'll call upon the R counter, which is for Nandan.
General evaluator. Coming to my accountant's report, I'm going to name each and every speaker and role taker, and along with the crutch word and the number of times it has been used. Coming to first Toastmaster Vinay, he used more than 5 times. Second, Toastmaster Chamali, she used more than 5 times. Toastmaster Aryan, he used more than 5 times. Coming to Toastmaster Viraj, he used 4 times. Coming to myself, I used in the introduction part. Coming to Toastmaster Ganesh, he also used more than 5 times, and so 3 times. Toastmaster Arpita used more than 5 times and well 1 time. Toastmaster Nikhilesh used 4 times, well 1 time. Toastmaster Nikhil, he used 3 times. Coming to Master Shivansh, very less crutch word. You used 1 time and so 1 time. Coming to Toastmaster Sharanya, she used time. Kudos.
you use R one time, so two times, very less only. Coming to Toastmaster Angelina, kudos to you for that. You use R only one time, that's less. And Toastmaster Sanidhya, you used no crutch word. Kudos. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Again, great report by Dr. Nanda. I would just recommend instead of saying being so precise with the number of times they use are, you can just tell them which was the word they use the most. And also you can sometimes tell them where they can improve and reduce the crutch words. Overall, great evaluation, great report otherwise. Next, I'll call the last person in the tag team, not the least, Toastmaster Shambhavi. The timer.
Starting with the table topic session, everyone was in time. Toastmaster Shivansh, 1 minute 10 seconds. Toastmaster Ganesh, 2 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Nikhilesh, 1 minute 50 seconds. Toastmaster Sanidhya, 1 minute 36 seconds. Toastmaster Vinay, 1 minute 48 seconds. Coming to the prepared speeches segment, everyone was in time. Toastmaster Arpita, 6 minutes 9 seconds in the buffer. Toastmaster Nikhil, 6 minutes 40 seconds, 46 seconds. Improved from last time. Toastmaster Sharan, 5 minutes 52 seconds. Toastmaster Angelina, I just recorded the times when you gave the topic and when you gave you spoke about the topic, and when the introduction you gave, it came up to 7 minutes 36 seconds. Coming to evaluation, so I did start my report with saying, hey, no disqualification, because there's always a disqualification in evaluation segment, and you'll get to know when I tell the times. So Toastmaster, everyone was took up the buffer time. Toastmaster Ganesh, 3 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Nikhilesh, 3 minutes 39 seconds. Toastmaster Shimat, 3 minutes 25 seconds. Cut that close. Toastmaster Aditya, 3 minutes 8 seconds. And coming to the tag teams report, again, not everyone was in time. Toastmaster Viraj, 3 minutes 34 seconds. Toastmaster Nandan, 1 minute 37 seconds. Toastmaster Shambhavi, it will be less than 3 minutes, I hope. So yeah, happy to know no speaker crossed the limit. Evaluators try to be within the buffer time. When you start the evaluation, don't look at this, say the name of the speaker, and then take a big pause because the timer has started. Okay? Yep, that would be all for my report. Thank you so much. What is this? 2 minutes, 1 second.
Perfect report overall by Toastmaster Shambhavi. Just one thing in the table topic session, when Shivans was doing his performance, you raised your red card. I found it very funny, but in the meeting, I don't think that is allowed. Overall, the tag team report ends there. Great evaluation and great report, actually. Now I will evaluate the big four, starting with the essay. I think you could have been a bit more enthusiastic when you started the thing because that sets the tone for the whole meeting. Secondly, we were told that the meeting hall's location was Krishna Hall or Rama Hall. We were told something else. We were told, I think, that hall, but I think that could have been informed in the group. And we could have also, you forgot to mention that people cannot join in the middle of the speech. They should join after a speaker has completed. It was fine because everyone here knows it, but if there were guests, it would have been. That's it, otherwise great. And then coming to the table topic session, I think I already given evaluation on that. And then TMOD, great session. I think the starting part would have been a bit longer and a bit more, very interactive. And when you were calling people up on the stage in the first part, you didn't say Toastmaster Ganesh, you just said Ganesh. You didn't say Toastmaster Nandan, you just said Nandan. And in the starting, you directly called Shivans and asked them to come, asked them to answer. Sometimes it's just recommended to ask people who want to volunteer because sometimes people might not be, happy with just directly being called. And then we go on the presiding officer. You did not introduce the TMOD and you gave the wrong order of announcements. First you gave the announcement, then you open the meeting, and then you give an announcement again. Yeah, and overall evaluations for the meeting. Great meeting overall, funny, interactive, everything. Meeting started very late, 10:25, which is 25 minutes later. The room was changed, which is again. And first we were told online won't be there, and then online was there, and online won't be there. It's a bit confusing for the participants that are online and don't know if the meeting is there or not. And there was less clapping. So please clap.
Thank you. That's a great evaluation segment. Hope you all enjoyed that evaluation segment. Coming right back to the theme. What did I tell you? Yeah. So now I will be answering your question. Let us divide these. Okay. How many of you believe that there are few lies which we have been following? This is not children. Okay. I think everyone. So let me answer this question. Hi, Aditya. Let me answer this question. There are two kinds of variations whenever you find these kinds of questions. So the first one is the thing which you should take care more. And the second one is the thing which you should leave it. Telling it in a simple words, prioritize. For example, I will be giving you two examples. The first one, how many of you know Nambi Narayan? Okay, how many of you do not know Nambi Narayan? You do not know? After this meeting, go watch Rocket. So Nambi Narayan is an ISRO scientist. But the thing which happened with him is he was told like few years ago, government declared him as a traitor for India. But after a few years, we came to know that he is not a traitor, but he is a great man who thought of helping India and got punished for that. So, at his case, what happened is whenever the news channels told that Naminaran is a traitor, everyone started scolding him. Everyone started, like disrespecting their family, and that went for I think approximately for 4 to 5 years. And think of their family condition and how they would face society. So this is a particular thing which you should not take care much about, because when someone says that he is a particular person who did wrong, like for example, he did a mistake, it is none of your business because you do not know him also. So why do you go and why do you humiliate him? This is the first example which I would like to say. Should ignore few things whenever you find few questions. And the second example which I would like to say, as I told in my table topic session, I've told you that we have went to home for 2 times. First time for strike, second time for an incident. Well, that incident is something which I'm willing to explain. So when we first time heard that our seniors are doing strike, like without even thinking, like taking a second thought, everyone took the road, and then like they followed our seniors like it's their regular journey. And then there is this one person called Harsha, not our Harsha, our senior, 4th year. So he is a 4th year and we are in our 1st year. And he went without knowing anything. I don't know particularly what happened. I do not want to tell you also, but it affected his life a lot, very terribly. So before taking few decisions, which you do not know, you should think twice, because by taking that one decision, it will affect you alone. Because if you ask me, if anyone you love the most, the first will be me, because I should live to love another person, right? So in these ways, just prioritize whenever you get a quick question. Just think whether you should answer or not. Think whether it is important to you or not, and then go forward. So I just wanted to tell you that, and I would like to conclude my address by saying that do not follow anything right. And I would like to ask a last question. I hope you heard the whole meeting properly. So tell me this question: who is going to represent division from our area? How about the settings?
To be very well blindly, especially if it's your presiding officer. The more scam one is there. I'm not trustable. The meeting voting link will be uploaded. Is it ready? Share this link. I'm talking that to be my So, TAL will be releasing its newsletter for this term. So, and if you want your achievements, work, anything to be shown in that, please reach out to VPPR who will alone make the newsletter. No, thank you. No, thank you. So, anything, telling anything that you have something about to boast about, anything, please make it right. Are the results? No, what no? मैंने कर दिया. Sir, did you vote? Yes. Someone here didn't vote? Okay, we have the responses except was much better. My drive. Okay, starting with the best of table topic speakers. Start with that. Take any order, yes. Table topics, so the winner. Yes. This is Best of speech evaluators. Yes, so we can't include him. Those was another. Best of that team. Yes, yes. बंद हो गया Best of big four gases. Last but not the least, best of speakers. No guess. So type Toastmaster Sharanya and Toastmaster Nikhil.
हम साथ साथ में
Your grand mentee, ex grand mentee. With that, everything is announced. Valuation is done. So, 24. Okay. Before that, one photo.
अरे वो मेरा पेन है भाई